Ladies and gentlemen, please do not panic and do not fret. This is not an extraordinary case of deja vu, nor is the apocalypse upon us. This is, in fact, the second video I'll have recorded and uploaded in 3 days. Yes, hard though it may be to believe, this is the reality we live in. And to celebrate, we are back with some Slay the Spire. How y'all doing today? I think today we're going to go in with a defect run. And I am going to make it a point to explain things a little better this time around. Because it's come to my understanding that my audience, aka my friends, may not be up to speed on this game, may not be too familiar with it. So I'm going to go a little more in depth with explaining things. That may be a problem though, because this video could end up being very long, and I don't want to draw it out too long, so I'm going to try to keep my explanations short and sweet, to the point. With that being said, the Defect is a very fun and interesting character, very different than the Silent that we played last time. The Silent very much focused on defensive play, the Ironclad being aggressive play. The Defect is all about setup. He focuses on orbs, as you can see. Setting up his orbs and power cards and all the good stuff. So we'll get right into it and I'll explain more as we go. Okay, our options: choose a card to obtain. 3 random potions. Obtain a curse, transform 2 cards, and lose your starting relic. Obtain a random boss relic. Boss relics aren't always worth it. They could honestly kill a run if you have the wrong one. And I like the starting relic. At the start of each combat, channel 1 lightning. I'll get more into that when we get into a battle. I think here I'll probably just choose a card to obtain. I don't want to put a curse in my deck. Potions are good, but if I could get a good card here to define my build around, I think that'd be better. Okay. So this is kind of a dilemma here. This will define kind of the early game for me. Leap is a great defensive card, just 9 block for 1 energy, very nice. Rip and Tear is a great offensive card, deals 7 damage twice to a random enemy. And then Capacitor's a great setup card. It gives me 2 more orb slots to work with. Excuse me. Okay. So it depends on what build I want to go with. If I get a really good orb build, Capacitor is fantastic. Leap is going to be great in the early game for just keeping me healthy. And Rip and Tear is going to be good if I want to go for some elites. Let's see what kind of path we have here first. Well, we got 2 early shops on this side. Not sure if I'm too down with that idea. We have a shop over here, not too far up the path. I think I like that path a little better. We'll get some plenty of rests and a shop along the way. But no elites. For that I think I'm going to take Capacitor here. See if I could build into maybe a Frost Orb build. Maybe pick up a Blizzard. This turn, okay. The Defect, as you can see, he has orb slots above his head here, and here we have a beautiful Lightning Orb that we channeled at the start of the combat. Lightning Orb will do 3 damage to a random enemy when I end my turn. And obviously, the more orb slots I have, Capacitor would give me 2 more slots up here. So I could have more lightning, do more damage. Another way to use them is to evoke them, which will deal 8 damage to a random enemy. Evoking basically means getting rid of your rightmost orb to do more damage than it would just sitting there. There are 2 ways to evoke orbs to fill up your orb slots. So imagine I had 2 more lightning orbs here and here, and then I generated 1 more lightning. I only have 3 slots, so the rightmost orb would evoke, and it would go away and deal 8 damage. The second way to evoke orbs is to have a card that evokes them, such as Dual Cast here, which is evoke your next orb twice. Next orb referring to the rightmost orb. So if I play Dual Cast here, it would do 16 damage, because evoking deals 8, that does it twice, 16. I will defend, I will strike, and I will Dual Cast for the chance to just one-shot kill this enemy here, which it did. I did not capacitor there. It's not going to be as useful until we get more orb generation. So for right now, we're just getting through the early game trying to build our deck. Chaos is orb generation, though it is it's not consistent. Cool-headed, I'm looking at a lot better here. It's a frost orb, which is an orb that will give us block. So each frost orb gives us 2 block at the end of our turn. Claw is another option if we want to go that route, but I already took a capacitor, so I'm more focused on an orb build rather than an aggressive claw build. Claw is it's a damage card that ramps up. It scales up in damage the more you use it. So deal 3 damage, increase the damage of all claw cards that you have by 2. So it's really good to have multiple claws in the deck and then a way to bring them back and circulate through them quickly. I will take a cool-headed here, just for some frost orb generation and card draw as well. I'll play it too, see what we get. Dual Cast for some upfront damage. Okay. So the block, it gives you stacks on top of the block you already have with your defends and whatnot, which is very nice. And it evokes for a 5 block, so much better. Okay, we should have the kill next turn if we draw 2 strikes. We did not draw 2 strikes. So we can wait. We don't have to take damage here. Very good. Leap's just a good defensive card to give us time to set up. Streamline's a great offensive card. It reduces its energy cost by 1 each time you use it. Rebound doesn't really fit this deck so far. I think I'll take a leap here. If I'm going for a Frost Orb build, primarily that's what I'm going to try to do. Then I'm going to want to have at least 1 good damage card. So I will take a Streamline there over the leap, just because Frost is going to give me more defense. This is not a great turn here. Okay. Take a little damage. Okay. Strength Potion, gain 2 strength. That affects our attacks. Cold Snap here. It's basically a better strike. Deal 6 damage, channel 1 frost. Gives me more frost generation and upfront damage. Take that over the other 2 options there. Okay. Debating whether I want to defend his Zap Dual Cast or Streamline defend. I'm going to Streamline here, just to reduce its cost a bit. Capacitor isn't going to be all that useful for a little while, but it will definitely in the future. I opted not to kill him here, because upon death it applies 2 vulnerable, and I would take more damage from this guy, a lot more. So I'm going to block this turn, and hopefully they both don't attack next turn. Okay. He's still attacking, but I do have defense here. Okay, that's perfect. Leave him on 1 HP. Hopefully he's buffing next turn, which he is. Okay, so we can kill him and then focus our aggression here. Very good. Steam Barrier gives us some defense. It gives you 6 block and decreases its block by 1 every time you play it. But Charge Battery is more consistent. It's just a really good overall card. It gives us energy next turn. That's what that icon is. I will take that. Just so we can play more cards the next turn. Okay. Take this fight here for the money. Charge battery. I wouldn't be able to kill with the lightning orb anyway, so we'll just defend here. Okay. Alright. Recursion's not bad. It evokes your next orb and then channel that orb that was just evoked. So if I have a frost orb in front, or a lightning orb in front, it will evoke that, do the damage, and then put it at the back of the line. Hologram is also pretty good. It's a block, and you can put a card from your discard pile into your hand, so if I wanted to pull back a streamline or something, or a dual cast, I could. I think I take it. And then we'll see what we want to upgrade here. Okay, so Cool Head draws 2 cards upon upgrade. Hologram doesn't exhaust and it gives you 5 block. Exhausting a card means it's no longer playable for that combat. Capacitor gives a 1 more orb slot, but I think it's more important to upgrade Zap and Dual Cast first, because they both go to 0 cost. So I'm going to do Dual Cast first, and then see what we get in the shop. Another Cool-Headed. A loop is also very intriguing. At the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. So it wouldn't evoke the orb, it'll keep it there, but it will trigger the ability. So if I have a frost orb in front, it will give me 2 block every turn. Which could be useful. But I think I'd probably take another Cool-Headed here. And that's the last one of those I take, because I don't really have the energy to make use of the card draw. Is there another shop down the line? Not on this floor. So I could potentially remove here. Probably the play to remove a strike. And I will. Just to draw us into our better cards more often. Okay. Then we'll upgrade, probably upgrade Streamline just to give more damage. The boot, whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. Could be useful. Okay, then I will upgrade the Zap as well. Got the slime boss at the end of the floor. I would love 275 gold, but I can't put a regret in this deck. At the end of your turn, lose HP to the equal to the number of cards in your hand. That can be very, very bad for us. over the course of the floor, so I will just take the 100 there. The question is, do I want to go for 2 combats in a question mark, or 2 question marks in 1 combat? I think I take the 2 question marks here, just in case. Okay, that's fine. It's the most defense I could have got there. That's just a kill. Yep. Okay, ball lightning. Tempest. Channel X amount of lightning. X cost cards are reflective of your energy. So if I had 3 energy and I cast this, it would channel 3 lightning. Steam Barrier, again, decent defensive card. Ball Lightning channels a lightning as well as doing 7 damage. I might have to take it just to get more out of my capacitor, because I'm not being offered enough Frost Generation right now to do the build I want to do. Okay, I'll take a Ball Lightning. Be a little more aggressive. Ouch. Okay. Well, I can kill one of them. I could potentially kill? No. Never mind. Okay. Reinforced body here, probably. It's a lot of defense. It gain 7 block X times, so that's 21 block if I have a full energy. Just a real nice card to have in a pinch. I'll take it. Ooh. I don't want to put a doubt in my deck either. Weakness is pretty bad, especially with the Streamline and some of the aggressive cards I have. If I could see how early I have a shop next floor, I would probably do this, but since I can't, I can't take a doubt here. And yeah, we'll rest here before the boss. Okay. Play the charge battery there just to get more energy next turn. Yeah. Let's see, does that split him? Yes. So the enemy will split when he gets down to half health, which is 70. So I want to try to get a much better split on the enemy. He splits into 2 parts. So I didn't play the dual cast there, because that would have split him at a higher amount of health than I could have got by leaving him in this state here. So I'm hoping for more aggression, which I can get this turn. It's probably about the best I could do there. Okay, now Streamline is free. Focus on this guy. Now we can just play out this whole hand. Yep. Okay. And these guys also split when they get down to half health. So I can split this guy right now and avoid that damage. Okay. They put slime in your deck, which you can play for 1 energy to get them out of your deck. Which is usually worth it, because they, yeah, there are quite a few of them that get in your deck. Okay, I want to dual cast first. Then ball lightning. Cool head. Charge battery. Okay. Alright, perfect. And this fight is in the bag. So I didn't need to rest. That was a misplay, unfortunately. But that's alright. We'll make up for it. Not bad. A little bit of a long fight. Regen potion's fine. Okay. Interesting options here. All for One doesn't really work for this deck. The only zero costs we have are Dual Cast and Zap. Yeah, what All for One does, it'll bring back all zero cost cards from your discard pile into your hand. So it's great for that claw card that we saw earlier. If we got offered multiple claws in All for One, I could pull them all back and ramp up their damage. Core Surge is not a bad card by any means. 11 damage and gains an artifact. An artifact will negate the next debuff, such as weakness, vulnerability, putting slimes or dazed in your deck, stuff like that. Buffer, though, prevent the next time you would lose HP. It's a great defensive card. It upgrades to the next 2 times. It would allow me to set up my orbs more effectively, so I think that's the take. Okay. All these give me energy, which I do need. Fusion Hammer, gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer smith at rest sites, which means I can no longer upgrade cards. Unless it's from an event. But I do want to upgrade cards like the Buffer and Capacitor. So I can't really take that. Ectoplasm. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer gain gold. I keep the gold I have, but I can no longer gain any more gold. So shops are much less valuable, except for the next shop. And Nuclear Battery. At the start of each combat, channel 1 Plasma. Plasma is another type of orb that gives you an extra energy, but it will be temporary since I cycle through orbs fairly quickly. I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of it per combat, so I think I take Ectoplasm here, even though shops aren't going to be as viable. Speaking of shops, we have one early here. Do we have another one? Yeah, we have one on each side. I think I'm gonna... Okay. I'll hit up this shop and then cross back over if we don't spend any money, we'll hit up this shop. Maybe we can take out this elite if we don't have much money coming up to this point, and then go on this path from there. Alright, birds. These guys take half damage while they're in the air, but you can put them on the ground by attacking them 3 times, which I do not have the ability to do right here. So I will just full defend. Okay. Okay. Gonna be taking some damage here. Ouch. Ouch indeed. Okay. Buffer's not particularly useful against these guys. It doesn't prevent a turn's worth of damage, it prevents the next time you lose HP. So if I played it here and didn't have any defense other than this, it would save me 4 HP. He would hit me twice, and then I would take the other 3 hits. Or rather, I would be saved 2 HP. It's not upgraded. I thought it was upgraded. So for that reason... I kill one of the birds, and then defend from the rest. Okay. Alright, so we took quite a bit of damage there. Alright, Glacier is exactly what I was looking for. One of the best cards I could pick up here. 7 block and channel 2 frost. Really is going to help me cycle my frost orbs. Okay, I will forego the buffer here, because I'm fully defended anyway. Alright, play a capacitor here. He just put a Hex on me, which is whenever I play a non-attack card, I shuffle a Dazed into my draw pile. So that can get really annoying. I want to try to kill him fairly quickly. Unfortunately, I do need to play some of these cards. Yeah. To be able to full defend there, I had to put a bunch of Dazed. Yeah, and that's the kind of hand you can get if you do that. Thankfully, he's not attacking this turn. So next time I draw into Streamline, hopefully, should have the kill. Do I have the kill? I do not have the kill. Okay. That's fine. We have reinforced body. That saves us the damage. And then we can just kill this turn. Yeah. Very good. Another hologram. think I just take a leap here, maybe. Finally, eventually. Or a steam barrier. Steam barrier's free. Maybe it's a skip. I don't have a lot of upfront defense. A lot of my defense comes from my orbs. So I'm gonna take a leap. Just if I get those turns where I don't have defense. Okay. Nothing's really jumping out at me here. Machine learning's okay. At the start of your turn, draw one additional card. Double energy is only useful if I upgrade it. Even then, I don't really have much draw in the deck. Singing Bowl could be nice. When adding a card to your deck, you may increase your max HP instead by 2. So anytime after any combat, I could increase my max HP. Prismatic Shard is really interesting. Combat reward screens now contain colorless cards from the other colors, which means from the other characters. So I could get Silent and Ironclad cards. I don't know of any cards I'd want other than maybe an Entrench. And that's a long shot to bet on the only gold that I have for the run. So I think I skip this shop here. I don't really see anything that I really need. And then we'll go for the shop up here. Oh, he's not attacking this turn. Fantastic. Snake Plant is a big jerk. Does 21 damage basically every turn. Although he's being very kind for once. He also makes us weak and frail. Frail, gain 25% less block from cards, and weak is that for attacks. Okay, I can buffer here. And then I can double cool head now. Yeah. That way we avoid some damage. Okay, we should have killed this turn. Wonderful. Upgraded charge battery. Upgraded barrage. Deal 6 damage for each channeled orb. And because I have a capacitor, we have more orb slots. That could be a lot of damage. Could be indeed, and I think it's worth taking. Ouch. Gain 5 max HP, lose 19, or become cursed. I don't want a curse, especially a decay. I'm gonna have to take this option here. Hurts a bit though. Means I'll probably have to rest here, unfortunately. But we do have another rest up in the space ahead of this one. That we can hopefully upgrade. Okay, that's some damage. I'll opt not to dual cast there. Just to keep the lightning orb around. Deal more consistent damage. And for my barrage. Does that kill? 6 by... not cool. We'll block. We'll wait for a turn where he's not attacking. Okay, I don't want to lose my buffer here if I don't have to. Wait for a turn he's not attacking, I say. Still waiting for a turn he's not attacking. That lightning orb might kill the back line, but I should be pretty well defended here. Okay. See, every time you attack this enemy, it reduces his plated armor. Let's see. I'm willing to take some damage here to deal some more damage to him. I think I have to. So by doing that, this will remove more of his plated armor than if I had done it the other way around. Oh, that's right, I had buffer active. Never mind. No reason to worry. Okay. Wonderful. Probably none of these at this point. Yeah, we'll skip. Can upgrade here. Probably the Glacier or the Buffer. Glacier is more important, I think, for some block. Symbiotic Virus. At the start of each combat, channel 1 Dark. Dark Orb is another type of orb that will scale in damage the longer it sits in your orb slot. Alright, I'll take it. Could offer just some early game damage. Some early fight damage. Okay. So, Dark Orb, it increases its damage by 6. And then it'll increase again twice. So it 2 times damage every turn. And then when I evoke it, it'll deal that amount of damage. So now if I evoke it, it'll do 12 damage rather than 6. I Barrage first. Okay. I'll do a cast of this. It does 24 damage. I will Glacier. I will opt for defense here because they're likely attacking next turn, both of them. Okay. Not bad. Capacitor is a must here. I gotta play Streamline. Okay. Right. Barrage gets us the kill here. Alright. We got the Centurion down, who's the scary one. Alright. Upgraded hologram, huh? You don't say. What would I want to bring back? Like a Glacier, Barrage? Alright, I'll take one more upgraded hologram. Another capacitor, maybe? Molten Egg's not very valuable for us here. Stack, I don't really have that big of a deck for it to be useful. Game block equal to the number of cards in your discard pile. Auto Shield is a nice defensive card. Just a nice 11 block. I think I'd probably take another capacitor here, though. Yeah. My other option here is Master of Strategy. I could also take that. Just for some card draw to get me to my capacitors and whatnot quicker. Or I could save my money for a shop on the 3rd floor. Could also take a blind for some weakness that I don't have in this deck. Who's our boss? Collector. It is pretty useful to have weakness. Alright. Take a blind. Because the defect doesn't have very many sources of weakness. Remove. Sure, don't mind if I do. I remove a strike. Thank you. Alright. Alright. Pretty early to get rid of the Dark Orb, but I want to generate these orbs. Okay. Glacier. We're fully defended. Just want to take this sentry out quickly because he puts a bunch of days in our deck. Blind doesn't do much here for us. Hologram the... where is it? Glacier. And then play capacitor. So we got to block that turn. That's some damage. Okay. It's not quite the kill, is it? Actually, it is with the lightning orb. Swift potion. Better than a strength potion for us. Another cold snap, maybe. Could also be a beam cell. One copy of beam cell adding vulnerability to the enemy could be useful. Might just be a skip. Our deck's getting pretty big. Yeah, we'll skip this turn here. Don't need any of those anymore. Alright, we'll weaken you. We can just play out the rest of this hand, I guess. Also, by playing Capacitor there, we allow this Dark Orb to hopefully, or not, I was gonna say, hopefully allow it to fester a bit. Okay. Not bad. Aha. Very nice. So we'll keep this Dark Orb around a little longer. And then it should just do a massive amount of damage when we do decide to evoke it. Which we can do right now, actually. Pretty easy 60 damage there. Alright. I'll lose the buffer rather than putting more days in the deck. Don't quite have the kill with that. Alright. I'll use a Swift Potion here to save myself some damage. Hopefully. Yeah. Fairy in a Bottle. When you would die, heal to 10% of your max HP instead. Alright. Go for the Eyes as another source of weakness. Although it's not very consistent. It's only when the enemy intends to attack will it apply the weakness. Turbo, gain 3 energy and add a Void. A Void is a unplayable card that reduces your energy by 1 whenever you draw it. Not great. I think we just skip here. None of those cards are particularly fantastic. And then I think we rest here before the Collector. Alright. See what we can do. I will drink my Dexterity Potion in this fight. Okay, Capacitor is real nice. And we get a couple Frost Orbs out there to set up. Not a bad first turn. Okay. I think I have to save buffer here. Just take one of them out. It's probably the right move. Okay, there's a Glacier. I could dual cast for the Dark Orb there. I think I will. Alright. Fully defend. There's another Capacitor. What would I want to pull back here? Streamline, Glacier. Can't play the Glacier, so... Ouch. Jerk. The boot helping out too when we're weakened. It's pretty nice. Here's a term for buffer. It's fine to play that there. Have I drawn into my other capacitor? Yeah, I have, definitely. What would I want to bring back here? Probably Glacier. Or Streamline. It'll be Glacier. Get some more defense up there. Okay. So you can see how Frost Orbs just stacking like this with a capacitor can be very good. Very good defense. Speaking of defense, that's all we got this turn. I'm just gonna reinforce body here. Alright, they're probably all gonna be attacking this turn. That's 47 damage. Which I can block, definitely. Okay, Streamline. Take one of them out, bring it back. Just barely fully defend. Not bad. We'll weaken the Collector, just in case he attacks next turn. Barrage you. Won't dual cast there. Glacier. Let's take you out. We'll just defend up that turn. Little bit of a slow fight, but that's kind of just how this deck works. Eventually the Collector will die. Don't know when, but it's pretty inevitable. I don't see how we lose this here. Take a little bit of damage. What do I have? Hologram and the blind, probably. Just stack weakness on him. This deck is sorely missing a Blizzard. That is the one card I could definitely use right now. I'm not dual casting because I want to keep the defense from the orbs. And that'll do some damage. Actually, we just have the kill. Beautiful. Slow fight, but not a very terrifying fight. We had that one in the bag pretty well. Oh, you don't say. Okay. Creative AI. Interesting. At the start of your turn, add a random power card into your hand. Power cards on the defect are very good. So that could be useful, although it's very high cost. Rainbow is interesting. It would allow us to cycle orbs faster. Channel 1 Lightning, Frost, and Dark. But I don't think it's that good. Amplify, though. This turn, your next power card is played twice. That could be very good with a capacitor. However, it could be great with buffer too, if I were to upgrade the buffer. But it's so dependent on drawing them together. How often am I going to draw a capacitor and a buffer in the same hand as an amplify and be able to play them as well as other cards to be able to defend myself? Probably not that often. I'm going to skip. Might not be the right choice. It was the right choice. Inserter. Every 2 turns gain an orb slot. That is pretty fantastic. Or I could go for some energy. Sozu, gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer obtain potions. I can still keep and use these ones, I just can't get any more. And Philosopher's Stone, gain energy at the start of your turn. All enemies start combat with 1 strength. That can be particularly frightening against multi-hit enemies, which there are plenty of on floor 3. So it's down between these two. Do I take the extra energy? Because I do have some higher cost cards with the Buffer Glacier and Hologram being able to pull back something. Streamline. Or do I take the capacitor? Because I have, or the inserter, because I have 2 capacitors, it's not that imperative that we take inserter here. So I think I just take the energy. If I didn't have 2 capacitors, I would probably take the inserter there. Donu and Deca could be a problem for us. Okay, early shop over here. There's a shop over here. Another one up here. I only have 144 gold to spend. So I need to spend it wisely by choosing the right path. I like the right side. Also like that path. Alright. I'll take the left path. Probably go for this later shop. I'll have the option to take on an elite if I want to. Sure, we'll play buffer there. Alright, this time I'm going to focus the exploder. Probably a good idea. Okay. Oh dear. Please? Thank you. Then we can dual cast this to kill one of these guys. And then that should be a good fight. Oh, if we could find a blizzard. If only. None of these, probably. They don't add anything that I don't already have and can draw into. I'll go this way. Okay. Okay, so we don't take damage there. There's our Glacier. And that's a kill. Wonderful. Another upgraded Streamline. See, I am lacking damage. That's why these boss fights are taking so long. However, I don't think Streamline's the way for it. That's why I took that Barrage. Compile Driver. Not all that great. It is some card draw. It is some damage and card draw, which now that I have the energy for the draw, is something I could use. Alright, I'll take that. I talked myself into it. Frozen Egg. Whenever you add a power card into your deck, upgrade it. Very good on the defect, obviously. Powers are very good. I will go for the question mark here. Duplicate a card in your deck. Oh, you don't say. I'm looking maybe at a Glacier or a Barrage. Barrage for damage, Glacier for more block and frost generation. Maybe even the hologram I could make a case for, the upgraded one. I think it might be the Barrage though, because that's going to be my largest source of damage now. But see, if I do find a Blizzard, then I'd want another Glacier. Although, at this point, it doesn't look like Blizzard is going to show its head. I'll do the Glacier. Having two Glaciers in your deck is wonderful, no matter what. Okay. Alright, hopefully we can kill this guy next turn. And we can. The lightning has been destroying this repulsor. And we can just take him out right there. It doesn't matter which I play first. Spiker could be a bit of trouble for us. Because we don't get the block from the orbs till after our turn. Okay. I mean, technically, we could just wait for this lightning orb to kill. I really don't want to do that, though. Alright, there we go. Alright. Energy potion. We have plenty of energy. I think these other potions will be more useful in the long run, even though I haven't been using them. Upgraded capacitor? Is that too much? I think that's too much. Probably. We have two capacitors that we don't have upgraded yet. Could take another upgraded hologram, though. Could very well do that. Mm-hmm. Alright. Speaking of upgrading capacitors, probably time we do that. Although buffer's a good choice as well. Okay, how confident am I against elites on this floor? Trying to think. I'm probably fine against the necromancer. I don't want to risk it though. My deck's not quite powerful enough. I don't have the damage to really make use. We'll just burn that hologram out. Alright, we'll get rid of the Dark Orb, that's fine. This enemy constricts us, which we take 10 damage from that, plus whatever he's doing. So that's 26 incoming damage that we have to account for. We don't have the defense for that here, unfortunately. Yeah. How much HP does he have? Not enough to kill quite yet. Okay, a capacitor after that, so we could evoke one orb to get some defense there. Plate charge battery there, obviously. So my other glacier. Okay. We're pretty fine now. We just need to draw into our barrage. Oh wait, is it? Glacier back. And not kill yet. Should have the kill next turn though. Eventually. No? There it is. Alright. Cool-headed. I do have energy. I do have energy now. But I do have 2 in the deck already. So we'll skip. Ouch. Do you guys all have to attack right now? Okay. About the best I could do there. Okay. That's fine. Right. We want to try to get these guys low at the same time. Does not help that they're still all attacking. That is a good defensive turn, though, I will say. Not bad. Okay. Yikes. Okay, that's fine. There's our capacitors. It's about time it showed up. Okay. Take that one out. He'll probably revive, but that's fine. Because he'll revive right around the HP these guys have. There's our streamline. Okay. It's unfortunate. I was hoping to draw some aggression there. Alright. And the fight continues. Problem is, we don't really have any AoE damage. That's why we're struggling here. Now, if I had a blizzard, that would change things a bit. But sadly, I do not. Do have the kill here, however. Alright. Got through that. Okay. At this point, Echo Form. I have the energy to play it. One of the best cards probably in the game. The first card you play each turn is played twice. And is upgraded, which means it doesn't exhaust. The other consideration here is Tempest, because I'm finding myself lacking damage, and that would give me plenty of lightning generation. However, that leaves me with less frost. Alright, I'll take an Echo Form. It's really hard to refuse. Question card. Future card rewards have one additional card to choose from. One of those cards hopefully is Blizzard. Let's see here. What do I got coming up? I don't need to rest here at all. I can upgrade probably the other capacitor over the buffer for now. Give our Barrage some scaling. Definitely data disc here. I have exactly enough gold to afford it. Start each combat with one focus. That'll make all my orbs much more potent. That's the only thing I would take from here. Alright, no more gold. Which is fine, because it runs almost over. The Maw. It's a lot of HP, buddy. It'd be a shame if somebody were to deplete it. Very good. I think at this point, though, I will drink my regen potion. I'm going to be in this fight long enough. And then maybe I can prioritize upgrading over resting if I don't take too much damage here. Okay. Oh, not enough. So, okay, we got this up to a decent amount, and there's our dual cast. So I will do that first. Nice 40 damage. We can do that. Let's bring back a glacier. And we can capacitor here. There's the Echo form, and we can play it. He's not attacking. Wonderful. We can even play the buffer if we want. Nah, let's go for damage. Mm-hmm. Okay. We have the kill. That's why hologram can be silly. Biased cognition would kill me. It's a pretty good card for a lightning deck that does a lot of damage. Game 5 focus, and at the start of your turn you lose one focus each turn. So the longer you're in the fight, you kind of get wrecked. And we're in these fights for pretty long. I take nothing here. We got full use out of that regen potion as well, so we're back up to a pretty measurable amount of health. I will upgrade the buffer now. It'll prevent some damage from Vonu and Deka. You again? How many of you are there? Cool-headed pile driver. I'll streamline here. Hopefully we draw into... Okay. Alright. It's perfectly fine. Let's just set up, double play Glacier. And then we can Cold Snap Barrage for a ton of damage. I like not to zap just to keep some defense up there. Double play Hologram here, probably. Bring back the Barrage and the Streamline. And strike for the kill. Very nice. None of these. Plasma's not going to be super useful. Yeah. No blizzards. Now the question is, do I rest? Well, Donu and Deka do ramp up in damage, and they put a bunch of dazed in my deck, so it could get a little testy for me. And there's nothing that really screams upgrade, except maybe the hologram. But I do have 2 more in the deck that are upgraded. Alright, I'll play safe. We'll rest. Get back up to full HP, and then go end this really very long video. I do have to double Glacier here. As much as I'd like to hang on to the Dark Orb. Okay. Capacitor is fantastic. Buffer now. Can pull back Glacier. That would give me plenty of block. I save Buffer for now. I don't even need a dual cast. We'll just take a few damage. Never mind, I miscounted. I'm bad. Okay. Not bad. That Barrage is going to put in some work for us here. There's our Echo Form. Can hologram back a Glacier here. Play that. For plenty of defense. Don't even need a speed potion yet. Okay. Blind, we'll just take off both his artifacts there with that. Could have double played Capacitor there, though. That's fine. Okay, as long as we fill up our orb slots and then get our barrages. We'll double play Buffer there. I'll forego playing Streamline just so we can get some more orbs for our next barrage. Because that has become much more damage than the Streamline would be. Double play Glacier. And then Barrage. And now we can just start double playing Barrage when we get it. Okay. So far, so good. Donu's scaring me a bit, though, because he's going to ramp up fairly quickly. I'll pull back the Barrage, as well as a Glacier. Can I play both? I sure can. Okay. So Dekka's dead. With any aggressive card here. Ball Lightning will do. Okay. That's fine. Alright, then we just have to wait for our barrages. We'll double play Barrage here. It's a lot of damage, I'd say. Probably worth doing that. At this point, there's no way he can outscale me. Echo Form is just going to keep me alive with these Glaciers. So it's only a matter of time, one barrage away from the kill here. Which I can surely get. Where you at? And, okay. Not quite the kill. Surprising. If I would have cool-headed it first, it would have been the kill. But that's fine. Streamline for the kill. And that is a victory for the defect. A very long victory. However, that is the power of frost orbs. And capacitors and barrages. Yeah, not a great final score because I didn't go for any elites. But that's alright. We're not in the business of contesting. A win is a win. Yeah, pretty pleased about that. A blizzard would have brought that thing all together, but we did get the barrage, which was really the damage we needed in the end. Without that, we definitely don't win that run. So, with that, I thank you for watching if you sat through this very long video. Some parts got a little boring, I'm sure. But I will try to improve for next time as we tackle the Ironclad. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.